Hello everybody and welcome to another single song reaction here on my channel. Today is going to be an awesome day. I'm going to be getting a lot of videos recorded, or at least that's my plan. But probably the most important thing I'm going to be listening to is the brand new Nightwish. Now this has been out for a few days. I believe the song was released last week. And so I haven't heard a drop of it. I don't know anything. I have seen no images or anything associated with this. So I'm completely fresh on this. And I don't want to talk very long at the beginning of the video here. Normally, if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I talk quite a bit up front at the beginning of a lot of my videos, sort of explaining my experience with the band, talking about, you know, this, that, blah, blah, everything under the sun. Sometimes I can talk for 30 minutes before we ever get to music, but I'm not going to be doing that in this video. I just want to get to it. But I do want to say, if this is your first time on the channel, last year I went through with some of my friends and we listened to the entire Metallica catalog. It was the first time I've heard, I had only heard the Black Album. And so we went back through and listened to the entire Metallica catalog. I highly recommend those videos if you're a fan of heavy music. If you're a fan of symphonic metal, of course, like Nightwish, probably that's why you're checking out this video. I've done, I think Epica's last album is actually the only symphonic metal album that I've done a reaction to on my channel. So go check that out if you're a fan of that album. Of course you are. I think the album's called Omega, if I'm thinking about it correctly. Yeah, that was a good album. I didn't really care for the lack of high frequencies in it, but it's still a really good album. And it's mixed really well too, minus those high frequencies. But anyway, if you are familiar with the channel, thank you for being here. I plan to get a lot of videos recorded today, and I'm very excited about some of the stuff I'm going to be doing later on. But this is, like I said, so important to me. So just a very brief, I have uploaded Nightwish videos in the, oh, actually, you know what? I do have a reaction to Nightwish's very first album, Angels Die First, or Angels Fall First, Angels something first. You see how big of an impression it left on me. But not last year, the year before, I believe. I think it was within the first year that I started my channel, so it doesn't matter, and sometime in the last 3 years. I went back and listened to the only Nightwish album that I hadn't heard, which was their very first, Angels Fall First. Anyway, I went back and listened to their very first album, and I do have that up on my channel, so if you love this, feel free to go check that out as well. But if this is your first time to the channel, know that Nightwish is the band, and all of the reactors reacting to Nightwish on YouTube during the pandemic was the inspiration for me to start my channel. And Nightwish have been a favorite band of mine for many, 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 many years. I discovered them before Tarja left the band. I think Once is a perfect 10 out of 10 album. I think, actually, Dark Passion Play and Imaginarium are both perfect 10 albums as well. It's really hard if you ask me my favorite Nightwish album, whether I would choose Once or Imaginarium, but I really enjoy both of those albums. I like the earlier stuff with Tarja as well. I like Century Child. Oh shoot, I should have looked this up. It's been a while since I've listened to Nightwish. Whatever, I'm not going to go down that whole road. I'm not here to talk about all that stuff. I just want to let you know I am very familiar with Nightwish. I'm very familiar with their history. I know all about them. I love basically all of their music. I don't think they have any bad songs. They just have some songs that I think are better than others. And unfortunately, along with that statement comes this following statement, which a lot of people will maybe a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I do not believe the two albums that they have released with Fleur as their vocalist have been very good. I personally do not enjoy those two albums very much at all. I think Endless Forms Most Beautiful and Human Nature are both interesting. I think overall I enjoy Human Nature more, but I believe some of the individual songs on the album that was before that, I just said what it was called. Whatever. My mind's a flutter. Endless Forms Most Beautiful. I think that the songs on Endless Forms Most Beautiful, some individual ones, are maybe better than some of the best songs on Human Nature, but overall I do like Human Nature. I have not cared for Nightwish as much since they have sort of switched their approach. And since, not necessarily Floor, but when Troy joined the band, I have noticed the music get a very much more distinct and intense, and intentional, I believe, sort of Celtic influence, or that's what it sounds like to me. Maybe Gaelic would be a better way to say it, but a lot more of what I associate with sort of like Celtic music would like, you know, more less of the bombastic orchestras and more of the individual fiddle playing, and, you know, of course Troy plays the what's it called, the uilleann pipes and the tin whistles and things like that. I'm a fan of other bands like Illuvietti is maybe one that comes to mind, where they use all these crazy old instruments. And that kind of stuff has seeped its way into Nightwish a lot more, and I feel like I don't connect with that music as much as the bombastic, more cinematic, sort of epic feel that their music did have on Once, and especially Dark Passion Play and Imaginarium in terms of the epic orchestrations and stuff. So I'm really curious about this. Nightwish is a very different band now. They do not have Marco. I do not know who the new bassist for the band is. I'm a big fan of Nightwish, but I am not the type of person that like follows bands on social media stuff. I don't do very much social media, and I do not read up on and like follow bands that way. I just mainly focus on the music of bands, and so I don't know that much about who their new bassist is. I assume they had to get someone to replace Marco, not only on the bass, but also with all of his vocals, because he was so integral to so many Nightwish songs. So I'm assuming this new person sings vocals, and so I don't know if we're going to hear them in this or not. I also know that Floor has been working on solo material, and I know that Tomas Holopainen has said in the past that if anyone else left Nightwish, that it would be hard for him to continue on with the project. That was before Marco left. And so then Marco left. And so I don't know what this iteration of Nightwish is going to be. And so I'm very excited to listen to this. I did look and see the song is 8 minutes and 11 seconds long. So let's go. There's a phone call. That's probably Tomas calling me, telling me, why are you talking so much? You said you weren't going to do this. So let me go get the phone, and then we'll listen to the music. Okay, so it was not in fact Tomas like I thought it was. It was my grandma calling, and she has assured me that she will not be calling back anymore today because I told her I was going to be recording. So I said, if you need something, feel free to call, but if not, maybe take a break with it today. And so we'll see if that lasts. I suspect she may call yet during this video again, but we'll see. One last thing I want to do before we get into this, and my mouth is very dry. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm very So one special thing we're doing for this video in particular, if you're unfamiliar with my channel, I always make a big deal out of the stuff that I drink on the channel. Generally Mountain Dews and different sodas and things, but I've been doing some energy drinks and stuff, and I've been inspired by Logan Paul and his amazing work in the WWE recently, so I went out and bought my very first ever Prime drink. I was anticipating drinking this in a video that I made about 2 weeks ago when I listened to the brand new Power Man 5000 album for the first time, but I forgot it in the fridge, or in the freezer during that whole time, and it froze completely solid, and then I let it melt again in the fridge. So I do not know if this will be an accurate representation of what Prime actually tastes like or not, but I'm going to try it. And it's blue raspberry, which is my favorite flavor of basically anything on the planet. So it says shake well first. I read that. Now we're going to open this, and hopefully it's not going to explode. It shouldn't. I don't think there's carbonation in here. Okay, this is my first ever taste of Prime. Ooh, it smells good. Wow. It's possible I didn't mix it up enough, or I mixed it up too much, or the ice process messed it up, but it's very grainy. It feels very like granular, sandy almost. But the flavor is very strong, very good. I'm shocked. I think it's like a hydration thing, so I think most people sort of I've equated it in my head to like Gatorade or something like that. But I was not expecting that much flavor. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, this video not sponsored by Prime. Okay. Center the self. I know there's a video for this. I don't know if it's like a lyric video, official video, whatever. I am not going to watch the video. I've been having trouble with my computer keeping up with videos when I'm recording recently, so I'm just going to use Spotify and listen to the song on Spotify. Brand new Nightwish. First Nightwish we've had in a long time. Let's go. This is Perfume of the Timeless. Oh, I did see yesterday they announced that they have a new album coming out like in September or something. So I'm very excited about that. And it was called, I don't remember what it's called, but I'll definitely be doing a reaction to that. All right. Perfume of the Timeless in 3, 2, 1. Okay, massive toms to start off. Oh, I talk over the music, and I'm not planning on pausing it, so that's the way I tend to do stuff. I suppose I could pause it, but pretty epic. Pretty epic feeling. That was really interesting. That was clearly a keyboard choir patch, which is really nice. I like the fact that it sounded that way. So I'm pretty sure it was a choir patch. If it wasn't, it's a really unique actual choir part. I'm gonna go off the screen so I can't see how far into this song we are. You know what? Ghost Love Score starts off with the tom, so I wonder if this is almost like intentional. Yeah, those are definitely like, or that at least sounds like keyboard patches. That's really cool. I like it when bands have a keyboard player or that plays obvious sounding keyboards, because for the last 2 decades it's been like we're trying to hide that there's keyboards in here and make it. Okay, piano. Very interesting. I mean, this is almost like horror movie, like 80s horror movie sounding. I'm gonna turn it up a smidge. I could be dooming myself for an explosion of metal here, but... Oh, the production sounds great. Yes! Nightwish has trouble with that sometimes. Yes, yes, yes. So I'll just say very briefly, one of the things that I don't necessarily care for about Floor as much is that I feel like she tends to write overly complicated vocal parts. And I know Thomas does some of that stuff, whatever, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's trying so hard to... Annette is definitely my favorite Nightwish vocalist, and I guess that maybe will sum it up. The drums sound great. vocals are a little low almost. Yes! Oh, yes! Heard low male vocals in there. I think. I wonder how much pressure they felt after their Ghost Love score just like exploded in popularity, you know, 2 decades after it was written. Because there are definitely, I'm hearing things in this. The big anthemic chorus is great. I love that. I feel like Nightwish hasn't been doing that as much the last 2 albums. But they're definitely sticking with these vocal melodies that Floor has been using on their last 2 albums as well. Especially the last one, it sounds like to me. I feel like her vocals are getting drowned out a little bit by the music here, but I'm okay with it. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, here's some flutes and stuff in there. Let's go. Now with an 8-minute song, there better be like a big bridge, possible multiple parts in the bridge. Let's break it down. Have something crazy go on for a while. Now, like I said, I don't know anything about their new bassist. So here's what I don't want. Don't give me any spoken word. I hate that in songs, so don't do that kind of crap here where someone's like, along the voyage of the misty track towards the mountains of whatever. Yes, yes, yes. What I was gonna say though was, one thing that would be really cool is if they had a harsher vocalist on in this band, which would be really great, which Floor has done with Epica in the past. And who knows, maybe this will be Nightwish's heaviest album. That would be so awesome. Dark Passion Play is pretty heavy though, and when I say heavy, I mean, you know, metal heavy, rather than like emotionally heavy. Let's go! Let's go! This is obviously real choir in the background there. All those low brass. Nightwish staple. Love the double bass. Guitar solo? Oof. All right, I'm gonna cheat now. Or no, actually, I'm not gonna cheat. I don't know how much time we have left. Okay, so this could be Troy. Heart patch on the keyboard. With the perfume of the timeless, they've been singing a lot about time, the passage of time, how time affects, you know, everything, nature, all sorts of things recently. So we are their air dust on their palm. We are because of a million loves. If I had to guess, I would say we're around the 6-minute mark here, but no, maybe not even that. Because the bridge was not very long. It was epic. Love the flitting piano, just keep moving now. It started with the harp patch, huh? And it switched over to piano. I didn't notice when that did that. Is that the end? Wow, I grossly underestimated how far into the song we were. Okay, so that's really cool. I loved that. That was great. That is, in my opinion, recency bias, of course, possibly the best Nightwish song I've heard off their on their last two albums. So we're talking like the last 10 years more. Since when did Imaginarium come out? 2014? 2013? No, 2017? No. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? I've got TikTok. Or I've TikTok. Jeez, dummy. I've got. Let me just look real quick. Yesterwind. That's what the Yesterwind is. The new Nightwish album. That's awesome. Does it have the track listing? Oh my God, it does. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like I'm looking at something I shouldn't be seeing. Oh man, the lengths of these songs. Let's go. So we have Perfume of the Timeless at 8:11. The second track, the first track on the album is called Yesterwind. I'm going to guess that's sort of an intro. Then we have An Ocean of Strange Islands at 9:20. Then the Antikythera. Mechanism? I don't know. Nightwish will teach me whatever that is. At 5:55, ooh, interesting. And then the day of 4:34, as far as I'm aware of, the first Nightwish song to be labeled explicit. Ooh. I wonder if Thomas was in his feels there for that. Or Floor, you know, who knows. Perfume of the Timeless. Then we have Sway at 4:23. The Children of Atta or Atta. 5:37. Something Whispered, Follow Me. Ooh, that's a cool song title. 6:39. Spider Silk, 6:26. That could be a cool, creepy song. Let's go. Hiraeth, something like that. I don't know. It looks, I can't know how to pronounce that. 6:14. The Weave, 4:53. Lantern Light. That's such a Thomas thing, right? 6:06. And then there's the orchestral version of the album as well. Awesome. I'm almost happy to not see some like 30-minute orchestral thing at the end of the album. That I feel like that kind of disappointed me on actually the Greatest Show on Earth I do not care for very much at all. Yeah, it's cool that in some of the videos live and stuff they do, you know, fireworks and stuff. That's great. And that they can have, you know, philosophers or whatever speaking in their songs is cool too, whatever, I guess. Again, I don't like spoken word in song. But September 20th, 2024. I think just don't care for that song as much. And the whatever the Human to Nature Symphony or thing, that's cool and I like it for what it is, but I'm not a huge fan of classical music. And so that it didn't I don't find myself listening to that second disc of Human to Nature really at all. Maybe I don't even know if I know I listened to it all the way through when I first got it, but I don't think I've listened to it all the way through since then. But yeah, so I'm almost happy that's not here because I feel like they could just focus more on the songs. I didn't know if we were going to get new Nightwish ever. I honestly did not know that. They have gained so much momentum over the last 4 years now, I guess, since, with all the reactions that it just seemed a crime. And also the fact that Nightwish has never done a live concert. I don't care about the concert itself, but to capture the concert, a live performance with an orchestra and a choir, come on, man. Within Temptation did it, amazing. Epica's done it, amazing. Tons of bands have done it, amazing. Metallica, right? Symphony Metallica, we still got to do that on the channel. It's coming out, don't worry. You know, there's lots of bands that have done it. Nightwish needs to do it. Nightwish needs to do it. It's a criminal, the fact that that doesn't already exist. And so, and we don't have, you know, I mean, pie in the sky, greatest thing in the world that could ever happen. Nightwish does this amazing concert. Maybe it's their final show ever. And they get Tarja, which I don't know if this could ever happen. Tarja and Annette and Floor to all do vocals throughout the songs. it would be incredible. Get Marco to come back, although that would probably be, you know, slapping the new bassist in the face. But I don't know anything about him, obviously, or anything. He didn't have any like lead vocals in this song, unless that was him at the end and not Troy, so I'm not too sure. But that was great. Big fan of that song. I loved that. I was going to look real quick here when... Imaginarium 2012. Okay, so... I know that's the score. The tour edition. What's on this one? Orchestral. 2011 is Imaginarium. Yep, 2011. Okay, so... I guess I haven't really liked new Nightwish in the last 13 years then. And I don't want to say I didn't like, you know, I don't want to say that I didn't like Endless Forms Most Beautiful and Human to Nature. I just didn't care for them as much. I thought that they were steps down from their 3 previous albums, which, like I said, I do consider all to be perfect 10s. Great song. Very excited. Very much. This has got to be my most anticipated album of the year now. I've gotten so used to looking forward to a new Nightwish album for like a year because they announced them pretty early, which I'm glad they're doing here too. But in the past, I feel like they've been like, Tomos has been like, yep, we're going to release a new album in 2 years. I just got to get everything recorded now. And so it's like, okay, wait. And then it comes out and it's like, blah. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. I'm really, really, really excited. I think no matter what, it's going to be worth a listen. And if this is any indication as to what we can expect, I'm there. I really like the mix a lot. I feel like the vocals were almost low in the song, which is something that I'm shocked about. But, you know, we'll see. We will see. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this. Let me know. I was looking through symphonic metal stuff last night just on Spotify, and I came across a band called, I think they were called Dark Side of the Moon, and they're kind of like what kind of like a super groupie type of thing of more modern symphonic or rock symphonic metal, something sort of poppy type thing bands that came together and released an album last year that have like covers of some very interesting songs on there. I saw some Harry Potter stuff. They're a symphonic metal band, as far as I understand. I saw some Harry Potter songs. I saw Wolvenstorm, a Priscilla's song from The Witcher, which is my favorite video game song of all time. Yeah, there's some good ones in Red Dead Redemption. But there was some really interesting stuff on this album, so I'm going to film a reaction for that. So if you know that band and you're interested in that, stay tuned to the channel for that. And, you know, we'll see. I also did last year... I won a great eBay auction for, I think it was like 20 bucks. I got 4 Epica albums that I had never heard before, 4 of their sort of earlier stuff from their career, because I didn't really get into Epica, I'm ashamed to admit, until The Quantum Enigma was my first Epica album. And so I bought, I think, their 4 albums, I think, from before that. And I haven't listened to them intentionally because I would love to do reactions to them on the channel, but I just don't know how well they would do. And my channel's not about getting views or clicks or anything like that, and I don't make a dime off of any of these videos because everything is copywritten and everything, which I don't blame any artist for. But, you know, we'll just have to see. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this new Nightwish song. And, yeah, exciting times. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.